Okay, dear students, today we'll learn about the volume and surface area of the solid figures. The solid figures mean the 3D figures, three-dimensional figures. Three-dimensional means what? That means the length, breadth, and height of the object should be given. If length one dimension, breadth is another dimension, then height will be the another dimension. There are three dimensions of the figures. That means the 3D solid figures. We have to find out the volume and surface area of the 3D figures. Here we learn about the volume and surface area of solid figures. Now first consider what is volume. I have written volume. Volume means the amount of space an object occupies or that is enclosed in a container. Suppose this is a 3D figure, 3D object. This is in the shape of cuboidal object. How much space it has occupied? How much space it has occupied? This is the volume. That means what is the air it has occupied? That is also the volume of this one. Suppose this is an empty object. Suppose this is an empty object. The space or the air contained in this object is known as its volume. So, in order to solve the problems given in the section of volume and surface area, we should have to know the formula of these things. So, come to the surface area. Surface area means look at this object. This is 3D object, cuboidal object. This is your suppose this is your length, this is the breadth, and this is the height of the object. Now, how much space it has occupied? This is the volume, and what is the total surface area? Surface area means how many faces it is having. A cuboid, how many faces it is having? 2 to 4 to 6 faces. That's right. The area of this face, area of this face, the total area of the 6 faces is known as the total surface area. Here we will just discuss two surface areas, the total surface areas and the lateral surface areas. Lateral surface area means you will have to just exclude the uppermost and the lowermost area of the face. Lateral surface area of the object means this the area of these four faces, the total area of these four faces. If we will calculate the total surface area of this cuboid, then it will be the area of 6 faces. Now come to the definition of surface area. Surface area, I have written the surface area of a solid object is the total area that the surface occupies. Is it clear for you? Now we'll start the volume and surface area of the figures or objects. That means the sphere, cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, like this. Okay? So we'll conclude. We'll continue like that. Come to this object. This is a spherical object known as sphere. Spherical object like your cricket ball, football, like those things. Those are the spherical objects. Now, before we come to the volume section or surface area section, we should have to know the diameter or the radius of the sphere. Suppose this is the radius considered as r. Then what would be the volume? Volume of sphere, it will be, just remember the formula, 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic unit. Remember, the units will be in cubic form. Suppose it is given in centimeter, it will be centimeter cube, meter cube, kilometer cube. Do not forget in order to write the units. If you'll forget to write the units, then it will be the mistake one, the wrong one. So total surface area. Total surface area. It is 4 pi r square. It is 4 pi r square. This is a sphere, spherical ball. We'll have to find out the volume of this ball. That means we have to first consider the radius. After that, volume will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. If I have to find out the total surface area of this ball, then it will be 4 pi r square. Okay. Now, if I have to if I have to find out the total surface area, if I have to find out the total surface area of a hemisphere, then it will be the other thing. There are technical thing I will discuss here in case of hemisphere. So come to the point. Volume will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. Total surface area will be 4 pi r square. Now we'll discuss about the hemisphere. First of all, we'll construct the figure of the hemisphere. After that, we'll discuss. Now, this is your hemisphere, hemispherical object. Suppose it is purely solid. Hemispherical solid. That means hemispherical solid. Fully packed. Okay. Now, we actually know that the volume of the sphere was 4 by 3 pi r cube. As it is hemisphere, half of the sphere. Hemisphere means half of a sphere. Half of a sphere. That means this is hemisphere. So you should have to divide this volume by 2. Divide here by 2. The total volume will be divided by 2. So it would become 2 by 3 pi r cube. Very simple. Cubic unit. Cubic unit. 2 by 3 pi r cube. In case of lateral surface area and the total surface area, we have to find these two types of areas. Here we will find lateral surface area and total surface area. Lateral surface area means the outermost area of the bottom part. The top part will be excluded. The top part you cannot take. The area of the bottom part. As we know that the total surface area of a sphere, that is 4 pi r square unit. It is written in square unit. As the total surface area of the sphere was 4 pi r square, so the hemisphere, total lateral surface area of the hemisphere, that means the bottom part of the hemisphere would be half of this one. Just divide. It will be 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square. If the upper face is included, that means it is having two faces, two surfaces, first the bottom one, then the top one, then it will become the total surface area of the hemisphere. The bottom part is 2 pi r square and the top part, it is in the shape of circle. That's why it will be pi r square. It will become 3 pi r square. Just remember, total surface area would be 3 pi r square. Lateral surface area will be 2 pi r square, or you can say it curved surface area. In case of sphere, it is more important to write curved surface area. As it is curved in position, curved in shape, then you can write it curved surface area. If you will not write lateral surface area, in case of that you can write curved surface area. Is it clear? So this is all about sphere and hemisphere. After that, hollow sphere, hollow hemisphere, other things are there. We'll discuss in the next class. The next solid figures we'll discuss here. And the hollow sphere, hollow hemisphere, hollow spherical ball, like this object, solid object should come. I will have to find out the formula in order to get the volume and surface area. Now come to the surface area and volume of another object, that is cylinder. In case of cylinder, one curved face, two flat faces. Look at this figure. This is the object of cylinder. This is the curved face. This is flat. There are two flat faces. In order to find the volume and surface area, one important or basic rule is there. To find the volume of a regular solid, volume of a regular solid object. Remember, volume will be, in case B, area of the base into height. Area of the base into height, volume. And the lateral surface area would be perimeter of base into height. Basic rules. The lateral surface area of a solid object, that should be the regular one. That means the length, breadth would not be disturbed. Perimeter of the base into height, area of the base into height. Now, if the radius of the base and top and bottom, radius of the top and bottom circular face would be r, and height is h of this cylinder, then according to our formula, volume would be area of the base. Area of the base of this cylinder is circle, so area of the circle is pi r square into height is h. That's why the formula would be pi r square h. The formula will be pi r square h. And lateral surface area would be the perimeter or circumference of the circle or the circular base of the cylinder would be 2 pi r, and height is h. So lateral surface area you got 2 pi r h. In another way, you can also define the lateral surface area and volume of the cylinder. In other ways, in the next class, because this class would be very lengthy, that's why we will have to conclude in a circle method. So try to remember these two things: area of the base into height, perimeter of the base into height, area of the circular face, that is pi r square into height h, perimeter or circumference of the circular base 2 pi r into h. It should be in square units, because I am getting surface area in case of volume cubic units. This is your cylinder. Okay. Now come to the formula of the hollow cylinder or ring. Now come to find out the ring. What do you mean by ring? Suppose the object is like this, hollow type. So this is the hollow cylinder, suppose. This is your hollow cylinder, and this is known as the ring. you have to find out the area of the ring. Let it be the center of the inner circular face and also the outer circular face. These are treated as the concentric circles, single center, having single center. Now, O, A, B. Let OA be small r, OB be capital R. Radius of small circle OA, radius of the bigger one, that is OB. So in order to find out the area of the ring, area of a ring, that would become area of the big circle, that is pi r square, minus area of this small circle, that is pi small r square. This is pi r square minus pi small r square. Taking pi as common, it would be r square minus r square, square units. So got it? The area of the ring. So in this case, in case of hollow cylinder, you can find out volume of this one. As we know that volume of every solid object is area of the base into height. So area of the base, that means area of the base you got pi r square minus r square. If you multiply h here, then you will get volume of hollow cylinder. Hollow cylinder, that will become pi r square minus r square into h. Area of the base into height. Okay. So in case of lateral surface area and total surface area, the formula will somehow differ. The formula will somehow differ here. So okay, the next class will discuss the other formula of hollow cylinders, the lateral surface areas and cone, then first term, other objects will be discussed more clearly. So try to share and subscribe my channel, and we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care.